Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Angie and this video is a tutorial on how to achieve flawless makeup on dark skin. And let's jump right in. I've already prepped the skin of the model in this case and I'm applying the foundation directly now. I'm using the Motec foundation in shade Sienna and Dark Caramel. These foundations are the right shade. In this case, the model's face is slightly lighter than her chest and her neck, and I'm trying to match her chest and her neck, so I'm going in with a slightly darker foundation. I'm using the Motec foundation. It's a Nigerian brand, like I earlier said. So now I'm moving on to concealer application and blush application, and I'd like to remind you guys to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and always like my videos when you come across it. It really encourages me to want to do more, to always want to create more videos for you guys. I'm new here, but it only gets better from here. So now I'm applying the blush and I'm blending in. After application of the blush, I moved into blending in my concealer. And for dark skinned models or clients or people generally, you want to be careful with the shade of concealer or foundation that you use on them, because if you use products that are too light on them, it appears grayish. So stick to dark tones and warm hues. Try as much as possible to blend properly. As soon as you apply, please try as much as possible to blend. It's important when it comes to makeup application generally, but for dark skin, try as much as possible to blend and do not use shades that are too light for them, because it's just going to appear gray and everything that you have put your might into and your work into may just go to waste. So now I'm blending in everything that I've applied so that it appears smooth and silk. I'm blending in the blush again to make her face warmer. And now I'm applying powder. I'm setting the concealer with the powder first. I'm trying to set the concealer with the powder first. I do this a lot, and I do it because I just want the under eye to look a certain way that I know that my setting powder may not give me. So I try to go in with my powder first, and that's what I'm doing here. I went in straight with my powder. I went in with the powder shade that I know that I can apply as highlight for her. And now I'm going in with my setting powder. I'm using the Elsa setting powder, the dark shade of the Elsa setting powder. As you can see, I'm applying only really lightly. I'm trying to set right now. I'm not baking, so I'm applying only very lightly to her face to make sure that everything sits properly and sits well. So I'm applying to the other side of the face right now. Now I'm going in to do my nose contour. With nose contouring, I always want to make sure that the shade of the powder is not too dark or very dark and distinct. So I try to make sure that my nose contour is almost the shade of the client or model. So that's what I'm doing right now. I didn't realize I was covering that part, but you're going to see it eventually. So I'm blending into my brows. I'm not blending under my brows. I always tell my students this: I'm not blending my nose contour under my brows. I'm blending into my brows. So let it stay that way. Blend into your brows. I'm creating a thin line to create an illusion of a smaller nose. So I'm creating a thin line in the middle to create that illusion. Now I'm going in with my setting powder to make the line of my nose contour thinner and to make it more obvious that I have contoured this nose, to give the nose a snatched look. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm still using the same Elsa setting powder to achieve this. and this setting powder is just the right shade for her. If I used a setting powder slightly lighter than this, it would have been a total disaster. So when you're working with dark skin, please be careful not to make that mistake of substituting dark shades for light shades. It doesn't work that way. You have to be careful of the shades of powder, concealer, foundation that you use. So now I'm moving on to eyeshadow application, and this is my eyeshadow primer. I'm not doing anything serious, just the usual light and dark shades. And I have already applied my eyeshadow here. I didn't realize I wasn't recording my eyeshadow process. I'm really sorry about that. If you really need my eyeshadow procedure or want to know how I do my eyeshadow, please let me know. So now I'm blending in the entire face with face powder. I'm going in with face powder, and you should notice that I'm starting with my eyeshadow and not my brows. I did that on purpose. I was trying to teach my students, my one-on-one students, how to work that way, how to apply eyeshadow first before brows. They need to know everything. So now I'm applying my face powder on every part of my face to blend it in. So now I'm going in with my powder blush. And some contour. I think this is the contour actually. I'm going in with my contour shade. You see, I'm not using black for my contour shade. I'm doing all of this on purpose because these are the shades that actually work well with her skin tone. So now I'm going in with my reverse contour. I'm using the same Elsa setting powder to cut the reverse contour. A lot of people do not know what the reverse contour does. The reverse contour helps to make the contour that you have created to be more obvious. It makes it more prominent. So now that's what I did. And now I'm moving on to brows, to draw my brows. So I go in with a thin line under. I draw the underline first. I don't know, I've seen a couple of videos where people draw the upper line first, but I don't work that way. I draw my underline first. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm outlining my brows. I'm tracing out the outline of my brows. I'm using the Edgar and Esther brow gel in the shade Nubia. And this Edgar and Esther brow gel is a Nigerian brand. I love Nigerian brands. They just get it. These days they just get it. And most of my products are Nigerian brands. I love them a lot. So yeah, I'm tracing the outline of my brows. You have to make sure that the outline of your brows is thin and very neat, so that you don't have to go through a lot of stress when you are highlighting it or concealing it, or however you would like to say. So yeah, that's what I'm doing on the other side. I like to apply the brow gel on my palm before I apply on the face, because I don't like to leave the container of the brow gel open. It gets dry really easily, and I don't like to leave it open. So I just apply a little on my palm to be able to draw on mine. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't keep your hands clean. I'm an advocate of keeping your hands clean. As a makeup artist, you always have to keep your hands clean. Your hands should be clean. I love when my hands are clean. So immediately I use a product or I apply a product on my palm, I clean it off immediately. That's how it is, because you don't know when you might have to touch something, or whatever is on your palm may stain the wall or your clothes or your client's clothes. So you want to avoid that entirely. So just keep your hands clean. So now I'm drawing in strokes in front of my brows. That's how I draw my brows. If you watch my previous video, you would see that that's the same thing that I did. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I'm applying strokes. I'm drawing strokes to the front of my brows. That's what I'm doing. And as a perfectionist that I am, I keep turning my head to see what I'm doing. So now I'm about to conceal the brows. I'm about to highlight the brows, the brow bone. So I realized that the first shade that I used was too light, so I went in with a slightly darker shade to nullify that. And because you have applied we've applied eyeshadow first, you have to be very careful when you are highlighting your brows so that your concealer doesn't ruin your eyeshadow. And that's what we're doing here. We're being really careful. I'm being really careful not to make the concealer go into the eyeshadow. So that's why you need to be careful and make sure that your outline is clean. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm blending my eyeshadow into my concealer and also applying some powder on my brow bone. I'm just highlighting my brow bone all together, and I'm making my foundation, my eyeshadow more visible. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I moved on to the other side, doing the same thing. So now I'm applying mascara on my eyelashes. Applying mascara on my eyelashes. Now we're moving on to our lips. I'm moving on to our lips, and I'm applying the darker shade of lipstick to outline our brows as our lips. So I'm using that as my lip liner. And at this point, if you have not liked this video, please like this video. Please like this video. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe now. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Yeah, I had to make my model laugh a bit because it was getting boring in there. So this shade of lipstick is from my Arts Makeup lipstick palette. The product is really stiff. It's very hard to blend and it wipes up really easily. So am I going to recommend it? I don't know. If you like it, they have beautiful colors, beautiful shades, but it's pretty hard to blend. The product is called, okay, let me not reveal that. I think I already said that earlier. Let me not emphasize on that. So I'm trying to blend the lipstick in properly. Yeah, so I applied lip gloss on her lips, and I tried to go in with the lip liner again to make sure that the lip liner doesn't get lost in the lip gloss. I just tried to outline her lips a bit more, and that's what I just did. I'm trying to make her lips appear fuller. That's why I'm overlining her lips. I'm not underlining. I'm overlining her top lip and underlining her bottom lip. I don't know if you understand me, but I think I said the same thing in my last video. I'm going under for the lower lip, but at the upper lip I'm going over it. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm applying some highlight on her face, and this is almost the finished look, but not the finished look. This is her face after the highlight application. Now I'm applying a cheek glaze. I'm applying my cheek glaze, and this is from the Tehila palette. I'm using the Tehila palette blush and highlight palette. That's what I used. And now I'm spraying my model's face with setting spray. I don't know which setting spray exactly I use for this look, but mostly I use the MS Metric setting spray. Sometimes I use the Flawless Ivy setting spray. It just depends on my mood. And this is the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned something from this video, please give me a thumbs up in the comments and encourage me. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye.